2 nights in a row. We are the only ones here. Getting lucky. Propane fire pit's still there. That's a plus. Gas grill's still there. That's a second plus. It's gonna be a good day. Nothing got stole. Nothing got stolen. Beautiful. I keep saying this in all these videos, but what a gorgeous spot. Like, I mean, come on, for free? That's pretty hard to beat. I mean, this is a nice view. So peaceful here. Granted, like I said, you got the freeway noise up there, but that doesn't bother us one bit. We're used to that traveling. We'll park by train tracks, rest areas, highways. 80% of the time here it's peaceful, and when you're walking around the lake and stuff, it's chill. Had a good night's sleep last night, slept great. It's I think like 6:50 in the morning or something like that. Woke up at like 5:50. 31 degrees outside this morning. A little brisk, cold front if you will. I think it's supposed to be a high of maybe 67 today, 66. Yeah, I think we're gonna head to Rachel, Nevada later today. It's about an hour up the way. How close are you to Rachel, Nevada, in the middle of nowhere? Extraterrestrial highway goes through there, and it's right by Area 51. Area 51, or the start of it, is over that mountain range, I do believe. So yeah, gonna check that out. Get a picture of my Rachel next to the Rachel sign. Oh, you want some water? I really wish we could throw them in here. It says no swimming or wading. I asked her and she said, oh, I don't know if I would, or whatever. We'll respect the rules, but he needs a bath. We got to find a river or something to toss him in. So yeah, we'll do that and then decide if we're going to find a spot up there. There was something marked on iOverlander that said you could stay in a parking lot, and they had free potable water. They also had $10 campsites if you wanted to pay for those with electric or something. We do not need. So fill up the water tanks would be great. We've been here for, I think today marks the 5th day, and we got, I'd guess, 4 to 6 gallons of water in the main tank and then 2 4-gallon jugs. So maybe 12 to 14 gallons of water, I would say, which is huge. That's wonderful. We could definitely last through the weekend, you know, if we really wanted to scrape by. That also means I don't know if we're drinking enough water. So double-edged sword, if you will. But yeah, beautiful morning. I'm reading a book that our friends, gave us in Phoenix, and it started off really good. I really enjoyed it. It talked about a fixed mindset and a growth mindset. Growth mindset being, you know, optimistic and an understanding that it's okay to fail, and if you're not good at something, of course. Is he pooping again? What is this, dude? Huh? My point to that is this book started off and it made a lot of sense. I'm like, you know, a lot of times in life, full nother poop, guys. It's crazy. I've looked at situations and opportunities like, I don't know how to do that, and I don't want to be embarrassed when I fail, you know, or if I don't know it, or being called on in class and not having the right answer. And come to find out, you know, that's very much a fixed mindset for me, where I'm like, hey, take the safe route. And so anyways, this book started out really good, and I'm like, no, that makes a lot of sense. It talked about a lot of the greats and celebrities, and, you know, people think some are born with natural born talent, but like Michael Jordan didn't make the team back in the day, and then his one coach, you know, got rid of him, and then come to find out he's like the greatest basketball player of all time, and it was because he persevered and, you know, put in the extra work and, you know, did all that stuff. Well, my point to that is I'm about 130 pages into this book, and it's kind of got repetitive. There's not a lot of grit to it. I love the read at first. There's lessons that I can take away from it, but I've also taken those lessons already before having to finish the whole book. So I hate starting books and not finishing them, but I also know if I don't enjoy something, or if I'm just reading words to read words and not really taking in the information because, again, I feel like I've already read it in the chapter before. Well, it's not worth my time. So I don't know, maybe I'll pick it up a little bit more and we'll see. But I read some reviews on Amazon and there are great rave reviews, and my friend said it was a life-changing book for him, and I believe that. But I also read a lot of one-star reviews that said, you know, this could have been wrapped up in one chapter. And the first segment of it, like the part that I actually took away from it, great, wonderful read, life-changing if I implement that and say, hey, this is what I'm going to start to do. I understand that if I don't know something, I can make mistakes, and I can apply that to different avenues in my life in just the last 4 or 5 years. Buying the total out van, not knowing if it ran, fixing it mechanically, building out the inside. You know, Rachel and I traveling and not having like a guidebook to this. Where are we going to stay? What are we going to do? Where are we going to get water? All that stuff. You figure it out. And that's the beautiful thing about it. I mean, her and I were just basic people. We weren't these big travel enthusiasts, you know, nomadic living people our whole lives. And now, 3 years later, here we are, and we absolutely love it. So if there's anything you can take away from this, 1, Nate might not be finishing the book that he started. And then 2, get out there and do it. Get out there and do whatever you want to do. Set your mind to it, man. Like, if you want to be good at golf, go practice golf and work on your swing and study people on YouTube that are professional golf players. If you want to be nomadic, start coming up with a game plan, you know? How are you going to travel? Where are you going to stay? As I've said, this is free. 99% of the places we stay are free. Up until 27 years old, I had no idea. Maybe 25, because I started watching some nomadic channels and stuff and van life, and I guess I didn't realize just the full scale of how many free places there are to stay. But you can stay for free and do that. And I always circle back to this, because if you're watching this and you're not a friend or a family member, the reason is you probably search van life, nomadic, cheap travel, whatever. So yeah, get out there and take control of your life. And I should take my best advice here, because kind of like in relationships, you know, if you got a friend that's going through a heartbreak or something, it's easy to tell them, hey man, buck up, get over it. She wasn't important, he wasn't important, and you got the rest of your life to live. But then when the situation is applicable to you, it's like, oh man, but I don't know, how am I gonna get through this, you know?
These don't love the liability only is because they are wanting every angle of their vehicle to be covered. Okay. Let's see here. So is the Volkswagen, I guess, whose vehicles are whose, or do y'all kind of switch and swap, or how is that dynamic? Okay. Oh, I'm sorry, the phone cut out there. Troy, are you there? Sorry. No worries, the Gladiator is yours. Okay. Okay.
So don't mind the shoe closet and the bike helmets and the chairs that we take in each night and put in here so no one steals them. But look at our boy. He was just begging to go out there. He sits up here and he loves it. I mean, he's got husky in him, so this isn't cold to him. It's perfect temp. He'll sit like that back home when it's -10 outside and just sit there and just be completely at peace. But he absolutely loves camping at all these spots and just being able to hang out and taking the view and listen to the birds. And it's a shame. It's not a shame. We'll respect the rules. It's a wildlife sanctuary. I've said this numerous times, but it's a bummer that he can't be off leash, because he would be great. He'd just kind of mosey around down in there, walk down by the lake and do his thing. And that's how he is when we're dispersed camping. We just let him kind of roam around out there. We do have it shut up in here though, because it's pretty cold outside still. Cold to us. It's probably 45, 50 degrees now, I bet. But we're getting weak. For people that came from the Midwest, it's pretty funny. Like last night we're sitting by the fire. I'm like, ooh, it's cold out here. It's got to be like 50 some degrees. It was like 63. And I was complaining about it being a little brisk. You know, we have turned into snowbirds, or we chase the weather for like the perfect temperature and turn our diesel heater on and heat it up to whatever temp we want, or run our air. When your buddy from our friend from San Diego corrects us and said, dude, it's not cold out. Like, you guys are, what is wrong with you? When someone from California tells you it's not cold and you're from the Midwest and you think it's cold, yeah, I think we got to check ourselves before we wreck ourselves. But it's been pretty nice.
So many little one-liners.
Little one-liners. It's been pretty nice just being able to chase the weather for the most part for the last 3 years. What a wonderful thing. Had my morning cup of coffee, got a video already edited and done. I'm just watching it to see if it's good. I might add one more clip, and then I was waiting for it to warm up, and if the wind stays down, I'm gonna go for a bike rip. I might do 1 lap with Zeke. That would be fair to him. And then do another fast lap by myself on my bike, because with him, I don't know if it's just his age or how he runs and completely stops on a dime with his front paws for playing ball and stick, but he can't really run alongside me when I'm biking like he used to. He doesn't seem like he enjoys it as much. I feel like his right paw, front paw or leg, like looks like it's sore. But then when we play ball and fetch, he'll go 100 miles an hour 100 times in a row, slam into it and stop and do all this stuff. So I don't know, it's weird, but he enjoyed our bike ride yesterday. We did like 3.2 miles, Rach, me and Zeke, Rach, Zeke and I, and yeah, that's great. When we were in Buckeye, Arizona last year, we went for like a 5-mile rip, and 4 miles into it, he was kind of limping pretty bad, and we had to go kind of slow, and then he was kind of out of commish for a couple of days. And then it did happen when we were in the Pacific Northwest in July, was that, or in June? June. We had to get him some CBD, and that seemed to take care of it. It helped. So I think it's joint related. We shall see, but he's been good. So I think that's our day. Looks like a beautiful day out there. We'll see what time we scoot out of here and head to Rachel, Nevada. Ooh. So yeah, I kind of got to take everything out in order to pack all of this stuff back in here, which isn't the end of the world. I can wait for the dog food. These chairs go up under the bed. And then just bungee cord up in there, so that's nice, kind of out of the way. It's all about utilization of storage. Let's see. Works pretty slick. It'd be nice to mount this outside so that it doesn't take up prime real estate, but it doesn't look like that. It looks like there'll be a little bit left over. Ooh, I might be able to do it if I put some in the bigger tote. So we have this small one that we leave up front for us to feed him each day, and then we have the big one that stays back here. Here's that. Might get lucky. Nice. It's huge. Never, when I lived in a house, was it's so satisfying, like, to just get rid of small stuff, like this bag here. When we completed that and that's out of the equation in such a small space, we're like, wow, that's huge. It's game changer. So there is the part of where it kind of just keeps you in line. You don't just take in all this stuff because there isn't room for it, so it keeps you in check. Bada boom. Looks great. Super organized. So this is the screen that I built before we left. This just comes up if we have to go in there, and then folds down with Velcro on both sides here. So it's complete. Now we can leave the doors open after the sun goes down. Bugs won't come in. And then this door here divides that bottom area to where critters can't come up and just go in there. And before we had bug screens, it was kind of a pain because we had to worry about, you know, when we took them down, our critters getting in, our bugs getting in, all of that stuff. So pretty slick. Love you.
Love you. You're crispy still on your eye.
I know, stay strapped. Cut.
Are you bringing a key?
Yeah. See you in a bit. Have a great interview.
Thank you. I think you can just close that.
All the way, or yeah? Okay. Love you.
I love that.
You ready, dude? You want to come with? Let's go on a bike ride. Get a drink of water. You won't. Whatever, man. Not my deal. Oh, me. He hasn't pooped yet, so I should walk him so he poops, because now I'm gonna have to carry it all around when he does poop. Look at that spot from here. Just a gem. Very nice. It's bittersweet. I don't want to leave today. I think we should venture up the road, check out Rachel, Nevada like we planned. But there is a part of where we've been here 5 days, I believe. Yeah, 5 nights. 5 days. And I love this spot. This is so cool. It was Rachel's idea to come back here. I was kind of like, oh, if it's out of the way. I'm like, but you know what? Let's do it. And are we ever glad we did? This has been so enjoyable. But now it comes down to, where do we go from here? We don't really know, because Utah is going to be cold, and there's no sense to rush anything and get to where it's cold weather or backtrack, you know, go to Utah and then go back down to Arizona and stuff. I think now that we've rode off the bus, it doesn't make any sense to go back down there. Hey, no pull. No. You stay on your side. Stay over there. Stay over there. Hi there. Hey, hey, hey. Old boy saw a dog and I was like, why is he pulling so bad? And he saw a friend. But you did good. That was decent. I'll give you that. I just don't want to bail on this bike when he decides he wants to pull me. Good boy, good boy. Who's a good boy? Someone's living their best life. Zeke having fun? You having a good day? Get to lay out in the sun all morning, and now getting some exercise with Dad. I wish you guys could smell this right now. It just smells like fall. And I just love the smell of leaves like that, especially back home, but this is just, it's great. We're starting to run out of room. We have too many favorite spots. We like exploring and checking out new spots, but at this point it's like we have so many favorites, there's just not enough time in the year to seasonally check these places out. Because like North Shore of Minnesota, we love it up there, but mosquito time, terrible. When it's cold in winter, no thanks. Fall, oh my goodness, beautiful. spring probably as well. Nevada, Arizona and stuff definitely wouldn't catch us out here in the summer, especially for old Zeke boy here. So it's funny. Florida, no thanks on the humidity in the summer or when it's hot. Wintertime, perfect. We'll spend a month there. So it's just funny how it works. But hey, what a problem to have. We love it. We enjoy it so much. But we could go, let's go up here, I guess, where I see that. I'll bring you over there and you can get a drink. Yep, over on this side. Good boy. I think this side looks a little cleaner. We'll get you some, drink of some water. Oh, he wants to go in so bad, and guess what? Both of his parents would love nothing more than to have him go in because he is dusty. Area closed, no trespassing. Okay, so we can't go in there, but you can get a drink quick. What a beautiful place. Wawa. Gorgeous day. This is really nice. Someone put the quarter in him. He's excited. Yeah. Good boy. Good boy. Trying to show me up. So you want to go for a bike ride? How about I pull you? Good boy. Atta boy. Sicky boy. Good boy. Fastest puppy in the world. Man, what a life. How lucky am I? To think that we saved Zeke. He had 2 families before the age of 1, and you know, he had a lot of energy. And he's calmed down now. He's still got energy like a puppy, but he's such a good boy. And to think, he was in some bad situations before he was 1. And the girl that I got him from, she was saving him because she knew he was in a bad situation. They were feeding him cat food and I think abusing him. And he got a really nasty UTI. And just to think, I mean, he's such a good boy. He never knew he was going to travel all over the United States. The guy's been to 48 states. Unbelievable. From rescue dog to world traveler. World traveler. I don't know how well he'd do on a plane, though. I mean, he's been up into Canada, so I guess we could say it like that. He's been to like 4 provinces, I think. What a good boy, though. Living his best life, and so ain't we. And you guys should too. So much out there to explore and see. Don't plant yourself in just one place and live the same life for 40 years and wake up one day and say, hey, there is no more time. Or wait your whole life for retirement to start living, and then something tragic happens or the economy goes to hell and you can't afford to do anything. Don't spend outside of your budget, you know, live within your means, live cheap. Do it in a Toyota Prius, do it in an old cargo van, whatever. And maybe it's not travel. Maybe you downsize your luxury apartment or home and live within your means. We don't need all this stuff that we think we need. And when you have the freedom and ability to come out and do stuff like this, it makes you wonder, or it makes Rachel and I wonder, why did we used to live the way that we used to live? Oh yeah, because that's what we were told we had to do, and that's what everyone else is doing. So you want to fit that narrative. You want, you know, the tribe mentality. You want to do what everyone else is doing and feel accepted. But the reality is, life is short, man. Get out there and live it. Ain't that right? Are you happy? Can I get a hug? Oh, good boy, good boy. Yeah, it's beautiful. We came out here last night, 2 nights ago. We did a bike ride around here. We did sit here for a little bit. So yeah, 2 nights in a row we've came here and sat on this bench. great. It's something. I don't mean to always sound like I'm preaching. I'm just explaining my story, my feelings, what's on my mind. So please don't take it that way. I'm not saying my answer is the right way. If you're doing it different than us, you're wrong. It's nothing like that. I think we should all discover a little bit more what's important in life. And at a young age, what a beautiful thing to be able to do. The sooner you figure out what's important to you, and that money and social status and material things aren't everything, the sooner you have that freedom to actually enjoy life, do what we were meant to do, this beautiful gift of just being alive and sharing it with your loved ones and your animals and friends and people that bring out the best in you. And yeah, maybe it hits me different because I've lost, a handful of buddies, people that for chapters of my life or consecutive years were people I, talk to on a daily or regular basis, went over to their house all the time, and they're gone. They won't experience this. And we've all lost people, family members, grandparents, stuff like that. So people have it worse than me. But it takes a couple of those examples to go, wow, like I knew those people. Like those people were my age or younger when they passed. And that's it. For what we know. There could be an afterlife, but we don't know that for sure. So enjoy it. Such a beautiful journey if you want it to be. And for us, it wasn't a winning Powerball ticket. It was stepping outside of the realm of what we knew, or just that, comfort of the American dream, if you will, and, working hard to spend money on things that are supposed to bring you happiness. And, you're in a comfortable house, but you're thinking, oh, this person has a bigger house, I should get a bigger house. And, it's kind of just this hamster wheel. And stepping out now, where I'm sure you are aware that some of these videos I'm wearing the same shirt and it's a new day. If it doesn't stink and it doesn't bother Rachel, what's the point? Like, who do I have to impress? That not only is better for the environment in the sense of where I'm not, doing laundry when I don't need to do laundry. It's just a concept of where who really cares? I don't care. And I care in the sense of, cleaning up and looking presentable, but it's one of those things of where, what does it really matter? And when we're out here in the sticks, that's kind of just how it goes. So, interesting. One of my favorite things about travel, other than seeing new views and new places, is talking to people. I just talked to this guy on the trail. Come on. His name's Fred. He's from Las Vegas. Said he's going to retire next year. Said he's going to retire last year. Next year. He's in a Tacoma over there that's been there a good portion. I think he said 4 days. He's got a cargo trailer that he converted over the course of COVID. And just kind of weekend warrior right now, or 4 days here and there. But he said when him and his wife start traveling, they've talked a lot about a van. And I said, oh yeah, we love the van. It's like, then when you're going into town doing museums and dining and stuff like that, you don't have to worry about, do I unhook the trailer? Where can I find parking for the truck and trailer? And as he said, there's things with every setup. If you have a bus is great for this space, but then you have to do all dispersed land, make sure you can get back there. There isn't a big incline you're gonna get stuck on. You'll want a tow behind to bring your toad into town, go left. And then with the van, it's like, it's perfect. But then there's times where like, oh, it'd be nice to have a car. Oh, it's a pain to go into town, into Phoenix or big metro areas, in our van at least, and find parking. Because with the bikes, it's like we stick out on, diagonal parking, or when it's like you pull into a spot kind of crooked, if you will. But anyways, yeah, him and I chatted for probably 20 minutes about travel. I asked him for recommendations around here. Said we're going to be going north, and really nice guy. It's just nice to meet people that are happy and they're outdoors, having a good time and doing what they love, getting fresh air. And I feel like in like regular life, you pass everyone. Not to say maybe you spark conversation with every person that you meet, and that's a wonderful thing. But when you're traveling and you're outdoors, you have this commonality of like, hey, you know, we're out here, we have like-minded interests, let's spark conversation. And I mean, Rachel and I at this point have so many friends that we've met along the last 3 years that it's almost as if we've known them our whole entire lives. And it's just insane that we've met all these people and now we have friends all over the United States. It's so beautiful. So get out there, meet people, have conversations with people, learn new things. It's wonderful. If it sounds like I'm happy, it's because I'm happy. And I know Rachel feels the same way. Rachel's got the gift of gab too. She can spark a conversation with anyone. She can make selling insurance sound like she's having the best day of her life, and that's received on the other end. People can sense that, and that's something in sales I don't think that's really just taught. You either have it or you don't. You're either that bubbly, like genuine person with a great personality, or it's not there. Like people, I feel like for the most part can sense BS. Not to say in every application, but what a beautiful day. You think so, Zeke? Has it been a good day? Did you have fun? He's been doing really good. I'm excited for this. When we get back to the Midwest, I'm gonna make it a regular routine for Rachel and I and Zeke to go on a bike ride. Today's the day. Finally gonna shower. So use the tea kettle right now. We're getting about 630 watts of solar, so a ton. I heated this up, I think 3 different batches of water. I could just put this black tank out in the sun and it would get adequate, but we've just been doing like wipes and washcloth baths and stuff, so I'm excited for a warm shower. So I heated it up. It's gonna be piping hot, maybe too hot actually. But yeah, this works pretty slick. I've had this since we traveled in the Prius. It's just a pump sprayer. I cut the hose, put a little brass adapter from Menards on there with a clamp, and then a faucet sprayer from a regular sink. You know, some people buy these like $180 shower kits and stuff, and teach their own. I'm not, you know, a shower is very nice, but Old Reliable here, I think I got a total of maybe $20 into. And if you didn't have power to heat these up, just put this, I spray painted it black, just put that out in the sun. It heats up and then you're good to go. Warm shower. So, I'm gonna turn the van around and open the doors and I'll show you how all this setup works. We do have a setup where we can do it inside the van, but this one it's nice enough out here, there's not people right next door. I'll put a sheet on the back and we'll shower outside. Feel like $1 million. Oh, that was great. That was just what the doctor ordered. Fresh and clean. And let's see. Of course I would love a longer shower, but that's hardly any water. Like, I don't even think that's half a gallon. It's dirty though, there's that. From just dust and biking around.
You sounded like old man Spicer from down the street.
Smoker's cow. always having a dog. Well, and being out in the woods in the mountains and stuff, but we wouldn't trade him for the world. When I talk about, oh, we wouldn't trade this spot, this land for the world, a lot of the times, I mean, for the world we would, but see, no. We wouldn't trade the world. Shower, bedding, we changed the sheets, pillowcases. Yeah. Don't know where we're sleeping tonight, though, but. So we turned the van around to set up our shower, and actually the wind was coming in, so I should have left it the other way, but then we were kind of facing the parking lot and just could give people the wrong idea if they were driving by. So we flipped it around. What a view. This is beautiful, right from the comfort of our home. Might I add, I've added it a couple of times, but free, other than our diesel to get here. We got the bed all cleaned up. We changed the pillowcases, the sheets, got 4 pounds of dog hair off the comforter and the top one, and I'm working on a video, and then we showered. How'd that feel? Oh, there she is. Oh. Our friend. Aww. Rachel wrote her a thank you note. That's the host. She's a sweetheart. She stops by and she really keeps an eye on this place. So it's people like that. She's a volunteer. She's a retired nurse. But certainly sounds like she loves her job. What did she say?
And it's like obvious, like she just is like,
she's not taking advantage of it for just free room and board. I mean, that's obviously a huge perk, but you can tell she really appreciates the land, and she's like, I absolutely love this place. And then she goes to Oregon and works along the coast up there.
Knows like all the stats of like, oh yeah, it's this many acres, and you know, tells us about the Wildlife Refuge Visitor Center that's next door, and just, you know, like,
just a gem. We were walking with our garbage the one night, and she said, oh, you guys are making that long of a walk? She said, there's room in my can. You can just put it in my personal can if you want. They're like, no, it's okay. We'll run it up. She made the comment that
the first night she took our garbage for us.
She did, because we were walking into the visitor center, which is about a mile, 1.3 from here, I think. Mm-hmm. And she was driving down the service road and said, oh, we do have a camper pulling in now. For sure.
Big one.
Yeah. It's okay though. She said the reason she wanted to be a camp host was any camp host she's ever met, she's never met one that's been having a bad time or having a bad day. So she said, when I retire, that's what I want to do. That's what she's been doing. So
I don't know. I think they're leaving.
Sounds like a pretty good gig. Yeah, I think it's a tight spot next to us here, so I think people pull in and see this and they're like, we don't want to be right stacked right on top of those people. But there's a chance if it gets busy tonight.
We don't stink anymore.
We don't stink anymore. We showered. We feel amazing. Rach is cooking eggs.
Yep.
And then we have steak and potatoes left over. So we're going to do kind of a, scramble hash, would you call it?
Sure.
Sure, she says. We were going to leave today and head to Rachel, Nevada. As you've probably heard in all these videos, or I've said, that was the plan. Typical Nate and Rach fashion, we have decided we're going to stay here another night, maybe even through the weekend. So you just never really know with us. We're completely unpredictable, and
like to keep ourselves on our toes.
Yes, indeed. Hey, nothing wrong with that. We're like, hey, the view's like this. It's nice right now. We walk around the lake each night. I biked with Zeke this morning. Life is good. I did good. Did really good, actually. He was kind of hoofing it. He was starting to go a little faster, like, come on, Dad, keep up.
Oh, cute.
Yeah, and he doesn't seem to be limping, so that's great. I did say in my video this morning that you and I, when we get back to the Midwest, are going to make a routine of going on our bikes with Zeke. Quick 3-mile loop.
Yes.
In the morning. All right, that's that. We'll keep you posted as we eat.
Trying to flip them doesn't always work very easy. probably look like nothing.
No, they look great. Just like you.
Why, thanks.
How does it feel to be like clean? Not just like washcloth and baby wipes and...
Pretty good.
I mean, ain't it something?
And it took, I timed it. I took like a 15-ish minute from start to finish sort of shower, but you have to think too, it's not the same conventional kind of one, so.
You would see the amount of water that we use for a shower. It really makes you scratch your head, because at home, and don't get me wrong, we still love a long shower. When we go to Planet Fitness, we're not like, as much as we try and look at it like, hey, we're making a difference in the environment, we love a long, warm shower. Cold as well. But it's crazy how we get clean with such a limited amount of water. And Rachel did conditioner, shampoo, shaved. Yeah, so full shower. But yeah, we're good for another week now. It doesn't look like much to you guys, but it puts such a smile on our face knowing that this bed is clean, the sheets are clean, the pillowcases are clean, we are clean. Oh, it's just so nice. But look at this meal. Rachel just whipped this up real quick. Breakfast for dinner. Oh my goodness, I forgot we had blueberries too. That looks so good.
Nice natural lighting.
Oh. Yeah, it's nice. We're just like, we're in the woods. Like, everywhere you look is just nature. So nice. So very nice. It truly is the little things in life, I tell you. We get just excited about a free camp spot next to a freeway, but the traffic really isn't that terrible. Like, it doesn't bother us. But we just get excited about this because we get to hike every day. You know, it's... And this is just...
Oh, I put a lot of that on.
That's okay.
Ooh.
Haven't you seen how I used to put this on?
It says mild, but...
Thank you, baby. This looks really good.
You're welcome.
Yeah, this is, I mean, easily a $17 meal in most parts
At a
of town.
breakfast place? Oh, yeah.
Oh, so good. We just got it set. We get free power from the sun, an ice maker. The only thing that I think we really like, sure, if we had a big shower, but as we were talking today, if we had a fixed shower in here, taking up that much real estate in 70 square feet, when we're trying to conserve water, and it just wouldn't make a lot of sense. But an oven, we might ditch this cabinet and put an oven in here. We go back and forth. It'd be nice to have an oven, but other than that, we got it pretty dialed in. We are gonna eat. I'll give you guys one more view of the yumminess. So good. Good job.
Good. Thank you.
Very good job. I hear a big engine. I think it's probably like a diesel pusher, like a coach. I told Rachel they're for sure gonna park next to us now. We've had like 7 people come down here and they all turn around.
I said it's probably John Bon Jovi.
It's probably a schoolie.
Holy, I didn't expect that.
Oh wow.
That's a big one.
Yeah, that thing's huge. Holy smokes. Oh, you can't really see. Wow, that's a unit.
Wow.
For sure going in there. We got a little bit of garbage. We did not do garbage yesterday. We figured we were leaving today, so we're like, oh, not a big deal. We'll just take it with us when we head out to Rachel today. But that didn't happen, as always. On our stroll to take the garbage, it's probably about, what, 2 miles? I love it. I think we're kind of... Rach and I are falling in love with this place. What?
We've never spent time in Nevada. Like,
no, we've been like...
I think we've been in Nevada more this week than we ever have.
It's crazy. It's great though. We've really enjoyed it. The host stopped by. Someone pulled in next to us in a big rig, like a semi truck with a pull behind fifth wheel with a car haul. Like they got toys in the back, and the camp host stopped by and she was like, "Thank you so much for the thank you card." I was showing it off at, what did she say, the staff meeting today. I'm sure, like Rachel said, thankless job. You know, she's a volunteer here, but people probably say thanks, or that's... So the little things, and we got to pass that on to Tamara from California. Was the one...
Thank you, you mean?
Yeah,
like,
well, she was just like, hey, do you guys do... Wasn't it her?
Yeah.
She said, do you guys do thank you cards for Boondocker? And we're like, well, we usually leave like a detailed rave review and personally thank them. But we're like, we don't really do thank you cards. And now Rachel always picks up cards and will write it out. And it's the little things. I mean, people's generosity and hospitality. And what a beautiful night.
Beautiful.
Goodness.
I know, I just got a bigger pep in our step with being clean.
Yes. Oh. I feel like $1 million. Okay. Where we came around that corner where we could just see the mountains and the sun. We're almost there. This thing's actually got some weight to it. Unlike last time, I can feel this. Like, I'm getting my...
Last time had weight.
Well, I mean, it gets sore after holding it like this for...
Yeah.
You want to try it for the rest?
Sure. Oh yeah. And your fingers poke right through it.
Yeah, don't rip that bag. Not this close. I can take Zeke. Or are you already saying no?
Wish you could hold it by the bottom.
I know. I was going to bring a bag to hold the bag. I can take it. Yeah, we're almost there though. I mean, there's no reason we had to do this. I just hate when garbage stacks up. We could have totally drove the van up here, but we wanted to get a walk, and I'm not gonna die. So that is what we will do.
Oh, look at this heavy bag.
Yeah.
Oh.
For sure. Sweet!
Hold on, I got hand sanitizer.
Never been more excited to get rid of something in my life. What a walk. Let's see actually. How far was that? Yeah. Off the hood?
No, that I just handed
2.38. I didn't touch it.
Oh,
You threw
I
it in
just
there.
threw it away.
Yeah.
Huh?
2.38. We carry our trash 2.5 miles. That's probably not normal, huh? So this will be a complete, full Strava event. Because remember, it didn't start the last time.
Should be about 5.8.
4.
Oh.
I don't know. It said 5.3 something. So yeah, about 5.5 miles, which is great. Got rid of the garbage.
You bike how much with you?
Zeke and I only went 3.5 miles. I was gonna go for another ride by myself, and then when I got back, I thought we were heading out and you were on your call to where I loaded up the bikes and got stuff packed. And I mean, it ain't no thing if I take the bike off tomorrow and go for a ride, which I probably will if it's nice. Just a little bit longer than the van, huh?
Oh, what do you think that is?
Lengthwise?
80 feet?
I have no idea. The whole thing.